extravagant. I love Detroit. Q. Power of Q. I bring you some good news and some bad news, I'm afraid. You may have heard some of the rumors about the demise of Lieutenant Tasha Pookie Yar. We're sad to see her go. But I'll tell you a story about the last day on the set with her. She decided to rewrite the script. She had left a video will, if you will, in which she spoke to each of us on the Enterprise, and she ended with Data, your friend and mine. And as she said goodbye to everyone, she looked at Zippy the android and said, "It did happen." On the upside, for those of you who are looking for a little more action, you'll be glad to know the last episode is called The Neutral Zone. Yeah. You can guess who has violated the neutral zone. The dreaded Romulans are back. I wouldn't dare. And it's something to look forward to next year. Now this, I'm told, is the truth. Commander Data, Brent Spiner, the whiner, has suggested they do a story in which Data goes to a planet of comedians. Or onto the holodeck and programs in comedians, so he can really find out what our humor is all about. And I've heard the title of this episode, which I will share with you now. Take my warp, please. The truth! I only share the truth with you. You don't have any questions for me, do you?
Yeah.
What was that?
I'm sorry. Look at this man's ears, would you?
That's what happens to justice and one
To break the Prime Directive? Yes. He wants to know who I think presented the better case to break the Prime Directive, Picard or yours truly, the dreaded Commander Riker. I would have to defer to the short, bald British man. Yes, sir. Nice get-up. Now there's a man who enjoys his spacesuit. There's Patrick Stewart growing a beard. I don't know what Patrick is, to be honest with you. He has disappeared to the island across the pond. The rumors are that Patrick and his lovely wife Sheila are spending some Star Trek money in France. Are they planning to change uniforms? We can only hope. I really don't know the answer to that. I would be happy to wear something other than the spandex, but somehow they just have not come and asked me. Thank you very much. I hope it goes and goes too. Speak. A formal presentation? Wow. How can I resist? Make it so. Sing?
No, sorry, don't sing. On behalf of the captain and the crew of the USS Nemesis, a local Star Trek fan club, we'd like to present you Commander Jonathan Frakes. Did we spell it right? I think we did, okay.
Yeah, that's me.
Okay, to welcome aboard the USS Nemesis.
Thank you.
Our next generation is yours.
Thank you very much. I love this. Make it so. USS Nemesis NCC 2201. By order of Starfleet Command, Commander Jonathan Frakes is hereby ordered to report for duty. And I read it. Thank you. Sir.
I'd like to congratulate you on your engagement in Francis. Playing Spider-Man prepared you for this role.
I never played Spider-Man. I was Captain America. Now that was a job. I traveled with Spider-Man, but no, it hardly prepared me to be Dudley Do Riker. This is a far better job, believe me. Yes.
I was actually sure many people here would like to know, what does the T stand for, William T. Riker?
The T in William T. Riker stands for felonious. Yes. How many episodes did we shoot? We did 26 hours this year. It took 10 months. We are scheduled to start again on June 13th, but as you may know, the writers are on strike. My sentiments, exactly.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you very much. Sir, nice beard. I'm sorry? On the disappearance of the Enterprise B and C, or the reflections thereof? That's a good question for Gene. I'm not sure. That's another good question. Whatever happened to B at C? Oh, hello.
Yeah, my name is Ron, and I'm for you. It's someone gave me for Catholic somewhere.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Likewise. Thank you. Captain, I've got something for you here. I'll deliver it to you. Sir. Pardon me? I did graduate from Penn State. Luckily. Yes, sir.
In the coming season, is the relationship between Riker and Deanna Troy going to heat up, shall we say?
Let's hope. he wants to know if the relationship with my lovely Anzati, Deanna Troy, is going to heat up. Now, Marina Sirtis is easy on the eyes, am I right? Yeah. We developed something in the pilot. It looked nasty, it looked good. What has happened to that relationship? We're hoping for the best. I have another question. Is Wesley Crusher Picard's son?
Yeah.
Who knows? Yes. Oh. I'm sorry.
Could you tell us how you got started?
How I got started? I'd be glad to. I went to Penn State as a psych major. While I was there,
Somebody stepped on the cord.
so how about that? I saw a professional acting company there, and I was an usher and a supernumerary in one of the shows. And it somehow dawned on me that these people of all ages were having a ball as actors. So I became a theater major. Now there is a useless piece of parchment. A Bachelor in Fine Arts in Theater Arts is something you can really take to the bank. And then I moved to New York, and then I've been very lucky. Very, very lucky. Thank you. Thanks for asking. Sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, I got a question. We know something between me and my friends that the old Star Trek series, or the original series, said that there was a nuclear war. Now, if I'm not mistaken, in the Next Generation, they're saying that there was no nuclear war. There was no war at all. What did you start with? Okay, well, vice versa then, I'm sorry. Because
There was a reference made to the nuclear war. There was a reference made in one of the, when we brought up some data in the data banks. We all used to call it data, you remember? No longer. Gene's feeling is that, I'm not sure what Gene's feeling is, I should never say that. But I know that his vision of what we have now in the 24th century is an existence certainly void of nuclear war, void of other horrible qualities that I'm sure you agree with him, I hope. Yeah, can I be louder? That I can be. I can be real loud! No greed in the 24th century. And hopefully, no war. Sir? Yes, am I a Star Trek fan? I'll be honest with you, I'm not nearly the fan that, I wasn't the fan that I am now. Yes, sir. Are there plans to do episodes about time travel? What about The Traveler? Do we like The Traveler? And Kaczynski? I think that will be, I think we'll see more of that. I hope we'll see more of that. I wish I knew. I wish I had those answers. Yes, sir. Is it hard? I'll give you one quick Riker impersonation. Now we're pretty sick of seeing that pose, aren't we? Just a little bit sick of this pose here, everybody on the bridge. Looking at the aliens. I try to get down there to Geordie's seat, or Data's seat, so I can lean. They say, no, back up, back up. I say, what am I going to do? They say, just stand there. So occasionally I'll cross my arms like this, And they'll say, look behind you. I gotta look up here. There's old Turtlehead Worf. He's got his arms crossed on him. They said only one character can have their arms crossed in this shot. I said, I got the rank, Worf. Drop those arms. I'm sorry? Any new characters? I'll tell you some rumors I've heard. We know how valuable these are. I've heard there will be a love interest for Geordi, more than likely. Maybe a wife. And I believe they're going to bring someone in as a girlfriend for the dreaded Wesley Crusher. What have you people got against Will? Now let me tell you this, first of all, I think they understand they have made a huge mistake by letting him solve problems with the captain. The kid is 15, come on. He won't live to be 16, come on. Be kind, I'm sorry, Detroit.
In the one episode, Captain Ricardo was offered to become an admiral, become part of Starfleet, Starfleet again. Is there any possibility that might happen in the future, you become a commander?
The thought has never crossed my mind. I don't see that happening in the future. Patrick's bought a house in LA now. Yes, sir.
Forrest Kelly was made a cameo earlier in the season. We've been hearing rumors that Leonard Nimoy might be doing a cameo.
We've heard the same rumors, and we waited all year to see him. I really wish. Now, would that be great? I do have a little Vulcan update I should share with you. In the second to last episode, which is called Conspiracy, we go to Starfleet headquarters, and one of the admirals is a Vulcan, played by Henry Darrow from High Chaparral. And also in that episode, we have the return of one of my favorite Nazis, Dexter Remick, who we blast away so he is only a spinal cord. No, we do it. He's got the entity in him. We had to do it. We had no choice. Young man. From here. I'm sorry? What happened to the old Star Trek? Rough room. They're making movies. Those guys are very busy making movies. All we have left is bones? No, we know that's not true. Yes, ma'am. Sure. Thank you very much. Can we see what this is?
Yeah.
So we have it scanned first? Transporter room? Should I ask? Sealy in the fold. It is a kaleidoscope. I love kaleidoscopes. Thank you. Into Rose. Roxana Troy. Merci. Yes, ma'am. Of all the episodes that have aired so far, which one do I feel is best captured Riker's character? Binary 110011001100. And the lovely, the ever lovely minuet. Please, let's get her back. Yes, sir. I played a little this morning before I left. I don't have the lip I once had. But it's a little lumpy, but it still rings, as they say. That'll hold up. Yes, sir.
I was wondering, how do you feel working on a show that's predominantly special effects?
We don't think it's predominantly special effects. No, that's become a big part of the, you may have heard about spining. Oh, yeah. Which is what we do to act to and with the special effects. An acting technique developed by Zippy the android, in which we stare at what is essentially a blue screen, which is the view screen of the bridge. And all of us focus on this screen. We often have a little red X made out of masking tape. And we're told that it's the Romulan vessel, or we're told it's the Ferengi, or we're told it's Daemon Tar. And everyone reacts according to how they feel they should. Brent Spiner's theory, and I must say a valid one, is that the key to good spining, good blue screen, good special effect acting, is to look at that screen and play the blue. He's a little mad. We try it though. Yes. What other television work have I done that you may have seen? North and South, that dreaded Civil War epic. Spineless Stanley Hazard, I played in that. I was on some ill-fated series. One called Bare Essence. One called Paper Towels, Paper Dolls, I mean. There's always here's Boomer. Please. You and my mother. Yes. That is a great question that we've been asking. There are supposed to be 1,012 people on this ship, are there not? Families of all the crew members. Where are these people? When are we going to see them? Where do they live? And the other thing I want to know, when do we eat? When are we going to John? And would it be such a violation to have the occasional cup of coffee on the bridge? All good questions. They keep promising us, we're going to have more family shows, they said next season. More shows about the families. So we'll all see. Take my word, please. Yes? Why the new Enterprise does not have trans warp drive? That's a question beyond my realm, I'm afraid. Someone asked me last week why Data violated Asimov's 3 robotics theories. I was at a loss to answer that one as well. Now, I do have a question in that vein. Is it not time that we have a regular engineer down there running the ship? And how did Lieutenant Argyle end up working in engineering and then working for Dr. Crusher? That I didn't understand. And how did he get on the bridge with a beard? I'm going to try that next year. Sir. Oh, I saw a Next Generation blooper reel that I asked the producers to let me bring. They keep it in a safe. It's wonderful. It's absurd. It's silly, and I'm sure you'll see it at some point. We were all embarrassed. They showed it at the Christmas party. Yes, sir. Did I go for it? Oh, did I audition? Did I ever? Did I audition for the part, or did they ask me? They hardly asked me. I auditioned 7 times over 6 weeks for this part. I was lucky in the last few roundups in which we went up to the powers that be, the suits, as it were, up in the offices. Mr. Roddenberry took me under arm, Spacebird, under that big wing. He said, "Yep, you're my man. You're going to do the shot for me. So all we're going to do is sell you to these people, and it's going to be fine." And he was right, and it worked out. But it was much harder getting the job than it is doing it. I'll say that way. Thank you very much. In the back, against the wall.
How are university cast handling the notoriety and the overwhelming audience applause and all that stuff?
Isn't this what we've been trying for? My agent said it took you 10 years to be an overnight success. It's wonderful. It's especially wonderful to be on this show because of the people like you who care about the prior show, care about our show, and care about I think about the philosophy that it is propagating. It's a privilege, and it's a treat, and I've never been happier. Michigan. Are we ever going to see the shuttle bay? I don't know, but I'd like to see the captain's yacht. And I would also like to see them separate the saucer more often. We had an episode that hasn't aired yet in which Jordy, is that on? That's on this weekend? Oh, the captain came back to the ship very upset with young LeVar Burton. He said, the next time I leave you in charge of this ship, you keep this ship together. Yes, ma'am. She'd like to know where Counselor Troy was during the Q episode. So would Marina. Believe me. Particularly that episode where we needed her the most. She had I hope we see more of Marina. You know she is off the bridge now. They've given her an office. So we can go to see Dr. Crusher, then we go down the hall to see the shrink. So I'm assuming as a result of that there'll be more of her. She had a contract that didn't call for her to do every episode, much to her chagrin. But, ooh, she screamed when she wasn't in Hide and Q. But she will be back. And hopefully we can let her hair down. Have you seen Marina with her hair down? Please. Please. Yes, sir. No comment? You think that's good? Yes, sir. Oh, how do I compare the new series to the old series? Is no comment okay with you? Sir. Who do you think? Scotty? Ooh, Kirk. Dirty, dirty Captain Kirk. That is a possibility. Hello, Gene. You got another good idea. Yes, sir. I find it difficult to look up to a captain who is shorter than me. Trick question. No, but he hates the fact that he's shorter than me. He has taken, I'll tell you a little secret that I think you'll like since he's not here. He's taken to having a little, what we call an apple box, which is a raised box that he has dragged beside him. He stands on like this. Number one. And I said, yeah, Captain, what are you standing on? There you go. I don't know if we can repeat that question. whether Riker will be spreading his genes across the galaxy as much as Mr. Kirk. We did have Angel 1. Now let's talk briefly about that outfit in Angel 1. Please. What I will do for love. That was ridiculous. I have heard, I've asked Roddenberry, I said, now, look at Kirk. Every week, a new Fox. Yes, sir. Will they ever explain what happened to Kirk and Spock? I hope so. I think there's a good chance, I mean, I've heard there's a good chance for 10 months that Nimoy would come on. But he's a busy and very successful director now. Yes. Do I know if they're going to make the third book of John Jake's North and South series? When we finished the second 12 hours, we were told that there was a third book in the works, the TV version of it. And that was 2 years ago, and no one has heard from them since. So I'm glad I have a job. Glad I wasn't counting on it. Yes, sir. Is there any actor or actress that I haven't worked with that I would particularly like to work with? I can think of an actress who I'd like to see guest on this show. The lovely Miss Jeannie Francis. I wish Patrick would bring out some of his old cronies. Some of those Royal Shakespearean ham bone actors. How is it to work with Patrick Stewart? He keeps the day. He makes you proud to be an actor, to be honest with you. He's a lot sillier than Picard, I will tell you that. But he has great pride in what he does, and I think both by being the senior officer and the senior member of the cast, his pride and his work pervades the bridge, and it's been great, because those, as you may know, those scenes on the bridge could be deadly, deadly boring. Someone saw him in a play and rounded him up. Yes, ma'am. Do I have any idea why they changed Deanna's uniform? They felt she looked a little bit too much like a waitress at McDonald's, is the phrase that they used. Deanna Troi, Marina Sirtis, actually, not Deanna, but Marina Sirtis, has been fighting them tooth and nail to get a new uniform, a new hairdo. Obviously, she can't wear any more lipstick or eye makeup, but I think we may have a new look. I'm sorry, go ahead. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe next time. That's what happened. Kirk died. In the Arsenal of Freedom, did you like that episode? With Chorus. That guy was great. Vaughn Armstrong, the biggest Klingon. What do you see down there, number one? Klingons. I think we'll see more Klingons, and I'm sure that they'll examine how peace was come to. A lot of prepositions. Go ahead. How long does it take to make an episode? 7 to 8 shooting days per ep.
How many hours a day?
How many hours a day? 13 usually. It's a dirty, dirty job. Yes, sir.
How come the Enterprise hasn't been using its phasers more often?
They can't shoot the phasers when we're at warp speed. How about that answer? Is that fair? You mean the faces on the ship?
Yeah.
We're a peaceful ship. Yes, sir. Will I be doing any work outside of Star Trek? I'm hoping, especially since the writer's strike is on. And have I met William Shatner and Leonard Nimoy? I was on an airplane coming back from New York, and one row across from me was Leonard Nimoy, with a woman I imagine was his wife. This is a true story. I was anxious, obviously, to meet him. And I had my script with me. So I pulled the script out of my bag, opened the script up like this, held the pages like this, tried to get it in his eye line a little bit like this, a little bit like this. Nothing. And I was too shy to go over and say, hello, I'm the first officer. So I never met him. I did meet William Shatner, however, in the Paramount commissary. He was with an executive. I was having lunch with Jean-Luc, and he came over and wished us all the best. Yes, sir. Who will replace Tasha? Turtlehead moves up to security chief. Oh, we like Worf. Come on. We like Worf a lot. And what was the second part of that question? I'm sorry? I think another female on the bridge, but I'm not sure. Probably a new cast member, probably a recurring regular, as they call them. Sir.
What type of salary do the characters on set make?
24th century dollars or 20th century dollars? We all do the show for free. Yes, ma'am. Am I going to be on the Trek cruise of '89? I have been asked. It certainly sounds like fun. So we'll, yeah. Is it good American fun, the Trek cruise? All right. Sir. Some of the details about the audition? Well, I'll tell you what scene we used was most of the details about the auditions. In the pilot, there's a scene in which I come into the observation lounge to meet Patrick formally, and he asks me to help him with children. So that scene, I bet I did 15 times. And I will say this about the audition process. To Mr. Roddenberry's credit, after these 6 weeks of kind of nerve-wracking, depressing, hyper feelings, when the decision was finally made that they were going to allow me to play Riker, Roddenberry insisted that he call me directly at home and tell me, and it's never happened that way before, that they have, usually they call your agent and your people and all that kind of bullshit. What happened was Roddenberry decided to do it with style and class, and it became, he set the tone right there for the family that has developed. If I got the Enterprise as my own ship, what would I change? There would be coffee on the bridge. We would sleep at night. We would have a night shift. I would share quarters with Deanna Troi. Sir, in the back. Will we see more of Q? I think we will. I just heard on the way over here that John Delancey is doing one of these himself this week. I like Delancey. Do we like John Delancey as Q? We felt on the bridge, felt that Delancey, of all the guests, Remick had some of this as well, Delancey came on the bridge with guts and bit off his part of the show and said, here I am. And I think that quality has made him very attractive to the fans and to the producers And certainly to us, because he comes in and he'll play a scene with you. He's not intimidated by Stewart or anybody else in there. And he's great. You remember Delancey as Eugene on Days of Our Lives? A very silly man. Very, very silly man, sir. Well, any more formulations of Ferengi? What about the Ferengi? I think one of the things that's going on is that the Romulans are coming in. The Ferengi, I don't think the Ferengi worked out that well. They had a little bit too much Keystone Cop about it. Now, how about this bit of Star Trek trivia? Do you know which Ferengi, which actor, also appeared in another episode? This is a Ferengi who was in Last Outpost. He also appeared in Haven. Armin Shimmerman was the lead Ferengi in Last Outpost and played the face on the box in Haven. Oh, I'm so glad you didn't know that one. The trip has been worthwhile. Yes, ma'am. Oh, is that ever the truth? I'm marrying one. Will I please tell the writers that jazz and blondes do in fact go together? I demur. Without a doubt. That was that crazy Texan, Maurice Hurley. Will Riker have a beard? We can only hope. I wouldn't bet on it. I somehow doubt it. It's all yours. You want a hug because you're going away? Come and hug me. Have a safe trip. Nasty, nasty girl. Yes. So I think Q is a takeoff on Trelane. Now, what about that? He's got a lot of Trelane, right? I think Q is stronger. I think Q has more angles. I think that I think we have some with Trelane, but I think Q encompasses more. Yeah, Trelane was a machine. Yes, sir. Are the special effects film, videotape, or computer generated? I think, from what I've been told, the pilot special effects were done by ILM, by George Lucas's company in San Rafael, California, on film. Since the pilot, they've come to Hollywood. A group called 3 Guys in Hollywood are doing the special effects on videotape. That's what I've been told.
Then I want for me to know there, can deaf people become an actor or an actress?
Can deaf people become an actor or an actress? Marilee Martin won an Academy Award. By all means. Yes. Gene. Who wrote this stuff? Whose idea was this? Why are there families on the Enterprise? It's a 50-year mission. And you need to have some family members around. 50 years, please. Yes.
I realize that you can't hug everybody, so what I want to know about you is some physical attributes. Can you describe yourself like a how tall you are? I want to know exactly everything.
Wow. Repeat the question. She said, you look so much like Jim Kirk. Is that your real hair? Yes. What's left of it? How old am I? I'm 35. How tall am I? 6'4". How much do I weigh? 200 pounds. Are we almost done? How tall is Patrick Stewart? 4'4", that young man is. He acts big. Yes, ma'am. My birthday is August 19th, the same day as Gene Roddenberry, and yours, obviously. Yes. The question is about Geordie's sight. That's an area that, if LeVar has anything to say about it, he will lose that butterfly clip from around his eyes next season. The Geordie vision, which we saw in Arsenal of Freedom, is that the episode? Where he put the contraption on the side. Heart of Glory. I think that that was such a success that they will phase out. This is, again, a rumor that we will spread, and hopefully it will happen, because you're missing something by not seeing LeVar's peepers. I can't imagine why they would cover up any actor's eyes, let alone those big, beautiful black eyes of his. I think they'll lose the visor, and I hope they keep those little red blinkies when I was like, 2 more questions, I'm told. Which 2 is always the problem? Which 2? Which 2? Right here, obviously, is one of them. How would I describe Will Wheaton on the set? The teenage sex symbol. In all fairness, Will Wheaton has the hardest job of anyone there because he has to leave the set and go to school during the day. And it makes him crazy, because I mean, I know I would have wanted to just hang out with the guys and work on the bridge. Will Wheaton is bright, not as bright as Wesley. I think maybe no one is as bright as Wesley. But Will Wheaton also is a hell of an actor, I think, and will become even stronger. But I don't think he'll be solving the problems of the ship anymore. And the last question to the man with the peace sign. Are there any plans for Star Trek The Next Generation motion picture? Now, that's the last thing we want. Do a movie? No. There aren't any, I'm just being facetious. We certainly hope. I don't think anything will happen with the movie until the series runs its course. Star Trek Thursday. Thank you all for coming. I've had a ball.
Let's clear the stage here. Hey.